Sorry for the delay. I know we are so late, but an update was required for this whole thing to even work again. You know something about that, Chris, the updates and everything. I'm glad you're here early so you can see this first car, which is really a nice car. Nice mustard yellow 79 Caribe with the round headlights. Mrs. Spec is turning on her phone so we can see the chat because I can't see anything but the latest comments, so I don't know what was at the top.
That's fine. Should I leave it there?
Yeah, it's fine. I can see it. I can even read a few of the words.
Closer to you.
It was made in Germ. It was made in Mexico, Chris. I don't think there were any German Caribes here. 78 was the first year they were sold in Mexico. Not 74, but 78. What? Gato Spec. I want to kick him across the room. I just told him he was outside. I said, come on in for the live. No, he wanted to stay outside. He waits for us to sit down before he comes to the door. Yes, I saw Buddy there.
Steven Andrews was also.
Steven Andrews is at a car show, so he may not be here.
Okay.
Hey, we're just starting, so be quiet until
Dean
we're done.
Stevenson also.
Yes, we see Dean. Hello, Dean.
Also, Mexican Spec left a message.
Yeah, saying that we were going to be late.
Believe in yourself.
Hello, Believe.
And Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Let's see. I'm not reading the messages. I'm just seeing the people. Wait. Chris said the store here had them on sale, picked up so.
Hey, we're not talking to us. Go up on the bed. Come on.
This is nice. Puebla car or German?
Puebla. Oops, let me get this out of the way.
This looks like a game of golf.
Like it looks like it's swimming in the Caribe.
Chris says, did you ever take Mrs. Beck out for ice cream? You should have bought her last Sunday, you cheap bastard.
It's a Saturday, and no.
Not Saturday.
No. We had spent enough money at the stores. I did buy her an ice cream bar yesterday. Actually, she bought it for herself. But let's see how long it takes her to eat it.
Dean says this was not promoted cat abuse.
Kicking an annoying cat across the room is not abuse. It is discipline. Right, Joey?
Hey,
Joey agrees.
Okay. Hold this. Hey, baby. Hey, good morning.
We went out to the mall yesterday. Mrs. Speg had her quesadilla. Quesadilla. And there were 3 tacos on the plate. 2 were that, and 1 was adobada. And I had Chinese food, which was I had to have white rice because I can't have the other one. And it's a barbecue chicken and barbecue ribs. And she loaded the whole styrofoam thing with the barbecue chicken first, and then she put the ribs on top of that, on top of the rice and everything. And the thing wouldn't close, so they kind of bent it and taped it because there was so much food in there. So I ate some of it, and I have it in the refrigerator for tomorrow night. It's gonna be my dinner. Let's see. Dean says that's not the same, Mexican Spectre, and you darn well know it. It is.
No, because I bought it for myself.
It doesn't matter. You still have it. She's not an ice cream eater. She wanted corn or whatever. But I have cash in my pocket, so maybe we'll do that. We can't today because it rained really hard today and it's flooded out in front, so we can't even get to the truck right now. Chris says that Caribe is sweet. Not sure about those wheels though. I think the wheels look pretty good on it. with the wheel, the fender flares, and it completes the. Stop hitting the cat. You're supposed to be reading comics.
Ay, lo cerré.
I think the look of the car looks pretty good.
It says Forbes. What is Forbes?
Forbes?
I don't know.
It even looks good on the inside. It has a newer Beetle steering wheel, but what are you gonna do about that? There's another interesting Volkswagen in the list here, Chris, that you're gonna like. It's a water cooled, it's a liquid cooled Volkswagen.
Your tail has mud in it. At least I hope it's mud.
There are quite a few Volkswagens because when I go looking for cars, that's the majority of what is here. It says jeans on the side of this car, but it's not a jeans model.
Jeans is best Mexican on wheels, Mrs. Spec. Forbes?
Forbes. They're mesh wheels, I guess, that were on the car.
Oh.
This is not a jeans. It has no jeans interior. It has a plaid interior. Still a nice looking car. And you gotta love these wheels on a Beetle.
Liv says, this man was about to throw dough, cheese, and tomatoes at me. I said, you want a piece of me?
And apparently he did. If you guys get ads, can you put up what the ad was for? Not to get any Mexican Spec points, but I want to see who's putting ads on my videos.
Do you want my information as well?
Yes.
It was Expedia, and Open Bank.
Expedia.
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 Lester Lefebvre's here.
Hello, Lester. Thanks for joining us. You have your feet on the zapper.
I do not. Next to me.
Just about the only thing you can modify on these Beetles is put a stereo system in them. That's what people do.
Okay.
If I don't see.
Yay!
Got it. It was a big one too. It's a big one.
Oscar, why are you walking so much?
He doesn't like the zapper either, the sound of it. At least what you can hear of it.
I believe. That is a thank you, Dean, and believe. Dean says, believe, don't say a word about Brittany, or you'll have to answer to yourself. Confused.
Is that an inside joke? Chris, do American Beetles, a Beetle sold in the US, not have the rear flip out windows? I put this in here just to show. This is a work van. 2026 Chevrolet Express Max, 2-liter 4-cylinder diesel, no turbo, and a 6-speed manual. And the grill looks like that it comes this way or it comes with all electric. So I guess they use the same front bumper for both of them.
It says flip out windows are an option.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that because people go crazy over the flip out windows on the Mexican cars. Can you imagine how slow this thing is with a 2-liter diesel with a load of stuff in the back? Even with the manual transmission? Quite a bit of space back there, though. It's kind of misleading, the name, because the Chevrolet Express was always the full-size van. Now they put the word Max on there, and it's the smaller one.
What am I looking at? Why is it so high?
That's kind of backwards.
Chris says, yeah, about 3 times faster than a combi low.
Faster than an air-cooled combi, not the other one, not the 18. Faster than the 16.
What am I looking at?
This is a new cargo van that Chevrolet sells.
Te vas a caer, gordo.
And it's crazy. Nobody here would buy a black one. No.
Te vas a caer.
Today we're going to call the weather here miserable. It stopped raining. but all the water is still out there, so the humidity is really high, and the heat it's really hot here too. On top of that, so
Are you stuck? It's stuck. Oh,
it's
okay.
miserable here.
It says fast food, Chris. Chris says apparently Porsche made 13 combis with a 262 horsepower flat six Porsche engine.
Fits. Why would anybody want to go that fast in a combi? Did they lower them at the same time? Because when they sit at the normal height, way high up there, that would be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
This car's in Mexico, 79 Trans Am, 6.6 liter. Looks like a pretty nice car. I'm not sure those wheels are original to a Trans Am though.
I didn't woke up this morning.
Hmm?
I woke up this morning, but I don't remember what for. Take my pill.
Did you take it?
Yes.
That's good. Perfect support vehicles, yes. For the race team, probably.
Oh, I saw a video of what? Don Steven?
Hi, hello, Don. Thanks for joining us.
I saw a video of the.
Might be a good drag race with a 21 VW van. Yeah, those are even smaller engines than the 16s. They were like 15s, 14s, 13s, something like that.
I don't want to tell my story.
Well, tell your story. But you have to read people's comments first.
I was watching a video of the, I think it was the Tour de France with the bicycles. And a van, they follow them on the standing little vans. A van had to stop abruptly because of one of the stupid people that go on the spectators that were on the side, like went in front of him. He had to stop abruptly, and a bicycle just rammed in the
Slammed
back,
into the back of the van.
slammed into the back of the van. So he had to retire from the race.
Did somebody beat the crap out of the spectator?
I don't know.
Did the van hit him? Hopefully.
I don't think so. Good brakes on that van though, because it stopped really fast.
Chris says somebody retrofitted a Tesla powertrain into a combi. It's ridiculously fast. It was hilarious to watch it haul down the expressway. I hope they retrofitted brakes and everything else as well.
Stray Bullet.
Hey, Stray Bullet. Hey, I read that. Go look at my membership. Click on my membership thing, and if you're eligible, you can have a 1 month trial. But since YouTube hates you, I'm not sure that they would allow you to do that. Not sure.
I tried myself and I couldn't do it. So
no, they only allow you one trial in all of YouTube. Not for every channel, just one. And then you can watch Mrs. Spec eat a hot dog.
That sounds.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I said it that way.
Stop.
He says, in a slam with a van, you're going to have to catch the fan if you want them to hang. Just run them over, throw them in the back of the van, and be done with it. Red vinyl interior in the Trans Am.
I couldn't see him because every time a commercial comes on, the chat goes back to top chat. So I have to keep an eye on that.
Shannon's here. Hello, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
All is well here, Shannon. It's just miserable. It rained, it poured this morning and for a part of the day. So we have a flood out in front of the house, but it's really hot. So the humidity level is through the roof. Mm-hmm. And we only have one air conditioner in the house. So.
What?
Danny? Nobody asked your opinion. Danny, come on.
Wait, well, it says, I was just watching drag racing in Ohio, on Portland, and
He's sulking because you hit him with the chancla.
I didn't hit him.
Come on, Danny.
I scared him with the chancla.
Danny.
But he needs to stop meowing every time he wants to come back in.
Danny, come on. Hey, nobody asked you to go out. Danny, come on. Come on. Go sit in your little place there. Too hot to be out there. Ugh. Open the door and the heat wave comes in. I wouldn't want to swim out there with all the dirt that's in the water.
Chris, is Volvo 1224?
It's a Volvo something, 1960 model. And I put the price on there, what it was. It doesn't seem like it's out of range, but I don't know what they're worth anymore. I was using classic.com and they went to a multi-level pay thing. They will not give you the sold prices of anything unless you're paying the money every month. So kind of worthless now. Yep. It's got a new license plate on it from Jalisco. So somebody's keeping it. It's a nice car, but it's a Volvo. I only had one Volvo. I bought it in an impound sale. It was like a 72, 73 model or something.
What are those antenna looking things? The side of the car.
Those are curb feelers. So instead of hitting the curb with your tire, you hear the scraping so you don't get closer to the curb. People have cameras now. Chris says, I can look that kind of information up on Haggerty's website. I tried that too, but I have an old email address hooked up there and they wanted to verify that I was me. So couldn't get in there. But on classic.com, those are actual sales at dealerships and auctions and Bring a Trailer and everywhere else. So they're actually sold prices, not what somebody thinks a value is. It's actually sold.
Chris says that's a 124. Lovely cars. And Trevor says, does anyone on here drag race? Mr. Spec used to.
Not anymore.
Don Stevens says, we are 101 in northwest Kansas. Why say that word? Chris says, Haggerty shows sold prices as well. Just email me if you need something. Looked up.
I'm just gonna sign up again with a new email address so I can verify everything. You digging your nails into her, Joey? I'm sure she did something wrong, so go ahead. Because classic.com had, like sale prices for these 1800 combis around the world and in the US and everywhere else. You could look up the different year and see what they sold for.
He looks so miserable.
Why?
I don't know. He's just sitting there looking at me all beautiful.
Who?
Oscar.
Oh. I already fed him, so he cannot claim that I did not feed him. I don't like silver, but I think silver looks good on the combi with a little bit of trim to break it up.
Is that silver? Oh, never mind. I was looking at the white
one. Yeah, that is silver.
So it says that's a Volvo. One of my neighbors growing up had one.
Yeah, they were weird people that had Volvos back then. Oh, I'm not going to drive an American car. No way. Got to drive something else. Got to drive something from another country. This is hauling a lot of weight inside, though. All of that furniture, the sink, the water tanks, everything else. Plus, look at the furniture on the walls. Hauling a lot of weight.
And then says, just went to throw some filler on the rocker of my car and felt my knee pop and crack. Hurts like hell. Just turned 37 a couple of days ago. I'm too young to feel this old.
Yes, you definitely are. Is an old football injury? Or how did that happen? They do make knee pads. but I'm not sure you want to wear them out in public.
Chris says educators slash architects were big Volvo SAG drivers.
Yes, because they fancied themselves better than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Mike never drove a Volvo. He always drove Mopars. And at the end of the show, Chevrolets. I guess Mopar didn't have anything they wanted to show on the show, so the kids were learning how to drive in a Chevrolet Caprice convertible. Interesting story about that episode on the Brady Bunch when uh, Barry Williams read the script for that day. He said, "Nobody's going to believe that Marcia is a better driver than Greg is." That's what he told them. Nobody's going to believe that. He was wrong. Chris says American cars were for plebs. Volvos and Saabs were for drivers of distinction. Yes, that's what they thought of themselves. Exactly.
So what it says, that's like the van
That.
that one of my buddies used to drive down to Mexico to go surfing.
There's a few of these in Mexico too. The 2002 Thunderbirds. They want a lot of money for them though. I just don't see the value with that small engine they put in there. You can get the same engine in the Lincoln LS.
So what it says, it's the roof is taller.
Well, they had some modified roofs on some of them, or it was a Westphalia camper.
It says, I saw one of those Thunderbirds today actually.
These cars don't do anything well. They're not really a good convertible. They're not really a good driving car. They don't have a strong engine in them. They look pretty good though.
Chevrolet just never had a problem with it.
Are you talking about a Volkswagen van, Stray Bullet? A 1600 or a 1500? This is an odd color for the car too. Not many came like this. But that's, I guess, what you want in a collector car.
Shannon says the rear bubble window is interesting though.
Yeah, the porthole. They were copying the 57 model with the roof. I don't know how much visibility it really gives you when you're trying to change lanes though.
Chevrolet says yes.
Yeah, but that was an air-cooled Volkswagen bus, and people would cut out the roof and put higher roofs on them. I've seen that, or the Westphalia pop-up roof, or something like that. But it was a lot to ask of those engines to pull all that extra weight. I was never a fan of them after I drove one. Had to go get it smogged in, what was it, 1984, 83, something like that.
So what it says, they should have at least put a decent engine in the Thunderbird.
Yeah, they should have. But I think what happened was they built the car thinking everybody's just going to put it in the garage. Nobody's going to drive them anyway. I think that's what happened.
It says that's why they put the Type 4 engine in them. In 72 or so, nice boost in horsepower / torque.
How much of a boost though? Because I drove one of the later ones. It was a 77, something like that, 76, and I was on the Simi Valley Freeway, and I was doing about 50 miles an hour with my foot to the floor. There was absolutely nothing left in that engine and it's not like we're on a hill or anything. It's completely flat because they only had, this was when California had, the California state was running the smog stations. It was a dynamometer. You had to go to that one place, which was in Van Nuys. So I drove out to Van Nuys, and 50 miles an hour was top speed on that thing on the freeway. And that's, you get a headwind, you're going slower. You get a hill, you're going slower. It's just not a pleasant thing to drive. I don't know how much of a boost it gave it. Hey, Danny, you sitting in the window watching the flood in front? The water's up to about the rim on the Durango, the front wheel.
It was raining a lot though.
Yes, it was pouring and pouring and pouring.
I'm glad we haven't had any leaks.
I went out in it twice with an umbrella. Didn't really feel cold either. The rain that did hit me.
I'm glad we haven't had any leaks.
No, there's no leaks. They finally fixed the roof after
Years and years.
how many years has it been? 15 years we've been here.
Mm-hmm.
Finally fixed it.
So it says Silver Snobs driveway, and those are the types of people that I hate now. My ears hurting. I think I'm getting sick.
Shannon, nice Ram Charger. First truck I learned to drive with a 5-speed. Love to have one again. We can make arrangements for that.
But it says something like 80 horsepower. But it says they will not jump.
Shannon, there's a 1991 Ram Charger here. It's a 4-wheel drive. It's a Mexican truck, 4-wheel drive. It has 29,000 kilometers on it. The thing's been in a garage most of its life.
Wild Pig is here.
Hello, Wild Pig.
And they say, I don't know if you already reviewed it, but one of my neighbors owns a Caribe, like the one on the thumbnail. MF bought it on mint condition 15 years ago, and now it's rotting away on his garage. Such a shame.
Yeah, some people, I really can't speak because I have cars in the backyard, but if it's a nice car, you keep it a nice car. You know? Yeah, the Caribe on the thumbnail was number 1. If you stick around to the end, it'll recycle again and you can see the pictures of it. It's actually a pretty nice car for a 78. But if you're going to buy a Caribe, you're going to want the 85, 86 GT model that has the Recaro seats and the 1800 engine and all of that. That was just a really nice car.
Firefly is here.
Hello, Vilefly.
And they're clinging to a hydrocodone pill. What is hydrocodone?
Oh,
I want to know.
isn't that one of those pills that puts you out? Would you guys call this silver or gray? Dark silver? Faith is here.
Shiny gray.
Hello, Faith. Come here. Danny.
No. No. ¿Están hablando a ti? Hello, Faith. Also, Firefly just says, just had a stubborn wisdom tooth extracted. It was not cooperative.
Wow. Does the anesthesia work with you? Because it does not with me. Every root canal that I've had, and I think I have to have another. He tried. He shoots me. He shoots me. He shoots me, and then he shot me right into the nerve in the middle of the tooth. That still didn't work. So I just had to grin and bear it, and whatever it was, I felt it.
Pablo says, you didn't piss off the dentist. There was a charcoal silver.
Oh, okay.
CD Borlock is here.
Hello, CD Burlock.
Hi, CD Borlock. Says, do you still have a two-door Ford 68 to 72?
Is that a truck or a car? When you say that, I only think of cars. Right. Here, Chris, look at this car.
Faith says, I got to see the air show in Oshkosh today.
Oh, nice.
And Chris says to pay for an art. Nice. Leslie says, I call it gray. You know why?
I know why.
Barfly says, it took so many shots. I lost count.
Yeah, he kept shooting me. It doesn't help. It does. The pain is always there. So I just have to deal with it. I have a high tolerance for pain.
Shannon says, I'd say it looks silver, which is the color I want to paint the Caballero. Chris says, Scirocco, final year for the MK1. Cityberlock says like an LTD two-door.
There's plenty of them here. There's 68 two-doors. They're all fastbacks here. There's no two-door hardtops. 72. There are four-door. There are two doors. Um, 69 and 70. Also, they're going to be the sports roof. There's no regular two doors here. But there's a lot of them for sale actually. But they just want so much money. The Fords, the full size Fords, they just want so much money. It's weird.
I haven't seen like sorry commercial.
I haven't seen a Scirocco for years. Yeah, there's not too many of them around. This one looks like a pretty nice one though.
I got an ad for a video game. I mean, sorry for a game for a game ad on my phone. And what is this? Trading transparent trading conditions. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Public says you need something other than a type of cane. You have the same immunity my wife has. Makes me sick.
Well, he only has the one thing, so I don't know.
Cirulo says I just broke off a tooth. Fastback is preferred always.
Did I tell you about the 69 XL that I had, CD Burlock? I bought it in Las Vegas. I went over there and started the car up. It had a hole in one of the pistons, so the lady was asking like $250. The car starts up, sounds like that. She says, "How about 150?" I didn't even say anything, so I gave her the money. The car was clean. It had a little bit of damage on the left front fender. It was a 429 two barrel, 320 horsepower. I sent it to a place in Vegas for $1,200. They rebuilt the engine, so the car ran perfect. Had the front seat, the white vinyl seat redone. It had the little holes in it that was ventilated, and the car looked brand new for very little money.
Braden's here. Also, I don't get the message. I just broke off a tooth. Fastback is preferred always.
Yeah. Hey, Braden.
Yes. Says, yeah, Triple says the last Scirocco I saw almost went off a cliff because the owner got out setting the parking brake. There you go. Pablo says if they hit you with fentanyl, it might work, Max. Different chemistry, I think.
I don't think I want that.
Cirulo says grab it, both hands. Chris says a comically large wooden mallet to the head works too. Saw it in a cartoon a few times.
I've seen it too, but it takes a while for the hit on the head to get to the teeth. So I don't think they use that really in dentist's office or oral surgeon. Is he an oral surgeon? No, the oral surgeon takes the teeth out.
Yeah.
He's down the block. No, he's up by Office Depot.
Yeah, I hate him.
The root canal guy is farther this way, and
Faith says me and the cat will be going live streaming on Braden account tonight. Oh.
What are you and the cat gonna be doing? I have a cat on my lap. The cat on Mrs. Speck's lap left. Where'd he go? Oh.
Braden says my girl went to the air show today on Oshkosh.
Yeah, she told us that. I've been to air shows, and I come out of it with a hurt neck because you're looking up so much. Ouch. This car, Dean, this car is in my town. This bubble back here, so it's not expensive. I could make it really nice for you if you want a Fox Body Mustang. It can be made real nice. We have a good paint shop here. We have a good mechanic here. The wheels can go. We can put original wheels back on it.
Qué celoso eres. The roads curl sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
Trevor says, did you see the drag racing in Ohio, Braden?
I'm not sure it was necessary for the dentist when he pulled the root out to show it to me. Here, look. I don't think that was necessary, but yeah. And I have a tooth that I need another root canal in. I asked my regular dentist, did the roots grow back or something? Why do I have to have another root canal when there's not supposed to be any roots in there?
Biofuel says fentanyl, when used by doctors, works well. Got hit with it during the tiny kidney stone I had. Not necessary, but was quick.
But I probably wouldn't be able to drive home after that.
No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't know the other one either.
Yes, I did. I drove home.
Says, I'm still thinking on what content I want. I want to do. I'm not sure. I'm not for sure yet.
Okay.
Braden says, Ellis, big block, Ford. Firefly says, probably you shouldn't drive though. Braden says, you can turn it into a drag car with an LS swapping it. Triple says, there were a lot of Fox Body Mustangs on the drag race in Ohio.
Braden, we don't need to put a LS in a Fox Body Mustang in Mexico. The Mexican 302 is a very strong engine. It can be built to a lot of horsepower without going with computers and everything. Hello, buddy. Glad to see you're back. That's a sore subject because I left it with the mechanic and he drove it home twice, used all my gas, didn't stall on him once. We brought the truck back home and we went out yesterday for our shopping trip. And what do you know? At a signal light, the thing just dies. No, it died over here on the little street over here. It started right back up because the check engine light was on when it started back up after it stalled. No check engine light. So I don't know what's going on with the computer on the thing. I don't know what's wrong with it.
So, but it says there were a lot of Fox Body Mustangs for the drag race in Ohio.
There always is.
Rango fix. Pablo says, bleak. Road canals are the path to money in the dental field.
Mm-hmm.
Chevrolet says, I think that one of the Fox Body Mustangs even had a Ford engine in it. Silver says, Braden, SB Ford 429 Cleveland.
It's a big engine for a small block. Big displacement.
Dean says, I was busy having an intimate relationship with Mrs. Ecstasy back in winter.
I hope you cleaned it off.
Chris is to Dean TMI. Tom Stevens says, root canal here is $80,000.
Root canal here is about 6,000 pesos, so it's about $300 here. A little more than $300. But still, that's $300.
Dean says, City Burlock, yep. Buffalo says, I wonder if I can make pork chop soup. Maybe. G200J is here.
Hello, G200.
And says, Uncle Tony and the Rockhill crew should have a competition. Who can say flat tape it camshaft the most?
I don't think he wants to have anything to do with those guys. And they would not want to have anything to do with Tony.
Chevrolet says the Mexican blogs still aren't strong enough for drag racing Mexico.
They sure are. Drag racers are looking for them.
Brandon says Dropper new Roche V8 with whistle supercharger in it.
Yes, because we all have tens of thousands of dollars to drop into a 40-year-old Mustang.
Silverlock says I got a Durango up to 5.8 miles per gallon on that electronic readout.
I always get better than that.
Dean says keep alive memory isn't up to date because some past issue. It takes an 80-mile drive to get it cleared. Firefly says to pull codes on a Dodge with a computer, flip the key to the on position 3 times and leave it on. Read the check engine light flashes or read the odometer.
But the check engine light, it was on yesterday, and when I took it to the mechanic, my buddy's place, the check engine light was on the way over there. I pull it in, shut it off, go into his office, come back out, no check engine light. But then, when it's actually turned off on me, there was nothing from the computer. Nothing. So, I don't know.
Brandon says, is Bob the Campo going to be live?
I don't know because they're in a hotel room, so I don't know if Kim has set all that stuff up yet. And while it only feels like 118 here, they're actually experiencing real temperatures of 110, 115 in Yuma, Arizona right now. So it's blistering where they are.
The Bullock says, stock cam, no changes. Dean says, the piece written. What? Chevrolet says, no, you need something that can handle much more than 150, 1500 horsepower to drag races nowadays.
You don't have to go for that kind of power. You don't need to be in the top echelon. You can just run your car and be happy with it.
Yo, y bájate de mi mesa. Bájate.
What are you doing over there?
Bájate.
You can just lay down, Danny. Nobody's going out until we're done here. Nobody.
That's it.
Smart decision. Never turned it off.
Sorry. Chevrolet says, a Mexican block is good for a street car, though.
You should talk to a few drag racers. They're looking for these blocks over the American ones.
Buffalo says Durango should store the code and put it in the odometer display when asked.
Interesting. So turned it on and off 3 times. That's you're assuming the computer's not crazy, because it might be again.
Brendan says I will then. Mm.
Buddy, Buff put up a post to vote on what to talk about tonight. So then I guess they are going on live.
Buffalo says if there are no codes, expect a power loss to the computer. Buffalo says there's no point in doing something unless you are trying to be the best.
Yes, there is. It's called fun.
Yay!
You can drive your car down the track and just have fun. You're not trying to win. You're not trying to be the best. Nobody has the money for that.
The fastest Volkswagen in the world is a Carman Ghia.
Is it? With what kind of motor? What kind of engine? Electric? Joey, why are you walking around? Why are you pacing? You're about to get a smack on the butt. Go lay down.
You're fine laying down.
Hey, rein in your curiosity. Go lay down. Doesn't matter what's over there. Stray bullet. They just get an old LS engine out of a truck for cheap nowadays. Yeah, but then they have to build it. That costs money. Going fast costs money. I kind of like these wheels on a Beetle. I mean, on a Caribe. So much room for a bigger engine and transmission in this thing.
Room for activities?
Look at the next picture. Look how much room, how much of the ground you can see underneath the engine. No.
Oh. I can stand there.
You can see everything there. Wow, the sneakiest power loss to a computer I found was corrosion on the fuse blades that were invisible until the fuse was pulled out. Fuse blades. Oh, okay. I don't want to have to go through every fuse on the damn thing.
Fernand says, how cheap do you think I could do ice oval racing?
I don't know what that is.
The Bullock says, Firefly, the Dodge Rams do that, right? Firefly says, yep.
Now this is a Volkswagen Vanagon. Liquid cooled. You can see it has 2 grills in the front. The next one is a Vanagon, but it is air cooled, only has 1 grill in the front. That's how you can tell on these. But I never publish these because there's a guy in the US that has this market locked down. If you want a Vanagon, you go to him. I don't know if people even like Vanagons. I don't know. Salud.
My phone almost falls.
Now clean off the phone.
I didn't sleep on the phone. Alone.
Great. You just have to buy the turbos and fuel system. You have to buy that for any engine you would use. Air-cooled Vanagons, 80 to 83 and a half. Chris says water-cooled Vanagons, 83 and a half to 91. And yeah, I love Vanagons too.
It says butterfly welcome. You okay? But it says like. President says, I like the four granadas.
There's two of them, two Granadas for sale in my town. One is a reasonable price, and the other guy wants like 140,000 pesos for it. So he's never going to sell it. Nobody's going to pay that much for a Granada.
Brendan says, that was a Ford's luxury car, in my opinion.
It wasn't.
Barbara says, hi, Dean. We will ask the questions, yeah? Kim is here?
Hello, Kim. Is that the dog moving around?
Yeah.
There was a lot of pictures of this one.
You want to ask him about the hotel?
Kim, are you guys going to be live tonight? You got everything all set up?
It says, I had a 77 Ford Mercury Monarch, knee Ford Granada.
Same thing.
It was a piece of shit, rode like a truck. Barbara says, I like the overhead gauges.
Here's the air-cooled 80. Our family had a 76 we bought from the local Ford dealer, Mercury Monarch. Didn't have it all that long, and something happened with the rear suspension. The rear of the car just dropped to the ground. I don't know how that happened, and it's not rust because we were in Southern California, so rust had nothing to do with it. I don't know what happened under there, but he got rid of the car after that. City Birdwalk says no. Biofly, a Mercedes set a record in 1939, took 80 years over 2 million to break it. Fastest speed on the Autobahn. Don says, got a cheap 2000 Suburban for the motor, then fell in love with it and have kept driving it. Yeah, they're great vehicles, those trucks.
That's not your tummy?
No.
Is it my tummy?
I don't know. Braden says, yeah, Kim, are you going live? Stray Bullet. Hey. There was even a four-eyed fox body at the drag races in Ohio. Just one? Really?
Vente.
It's too hot out there, Joey. No fronting in this house. Braden, what's the temperature right now? And what is the heated index, Kim? Kim is going to try to go live, yes. You brought all your TVs and everything else?
Ni sabes qué es, pero tú quieres.
Braden, how hot is it by you, Kim? Kim. Braden, are you and Buff surviving? They're in an air-conditioned hotel room, probably. They do have to venture out to find food, though, so that's when they may get sunburned.
So what it says, did you guys know that Ohio is pronounced Ohio? What?
Who pronounces it like that, Stray Bullet?
Babylon says, I guess they wanted the driver to survive. The Bullock. Previously, I have a doubt. The Bullock says, it's 100, over 100 here. Nice inside. Oh, commercial.
Chris says, there's a place here in the U.S. called The Vanagon that literally has about 1,000 Vanagons for sale, most rotting away outside. Yeah, that's what I said. There's a guy, I'm sure he has nice ones too. Lots of Volkswagens for you today, Chris. This Brasilia is not too bad looking either. Mrs. Spec got it right. Did you say something that was right?
I don't know.
I don't either. What did she get right, Stray Bullet?
And it was over 100?
No, how to say Ohio. But who says it like that, Stray Bullet? This car looks like a completely stock or restored Brasilia. If there's any value in that. You just read what you put on there. It doesn't mean anybody else says it like that. Where's Danny Boyd when you need him? "99 degrees where Biofly is."
Chris says, yeah. She said it perfectly. Silverlock says, a Koenigsegg finally slightly beat it. Shannon says sunburn. I managed to get that when it was cloudy, welding aluminum with a spool gun at work this week.
Well, it's even worse when the clouds are out because they're filtering the rays, so it's more intense. You get more sunburn when it's cloudy out.
But it says Ahaya.
But who says it like that, Stray Bullet?
Impossible says Dean, if you can find some shade.
There's a Dean has a lot of shade. He throws lots of shade.
Stop it.
What?
You're not cool.
Even he says it.
You're not cool.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I've known Dean for a long time.
Chris says we call it Ohio here in New York.
Oh, hi. Oh. Like everybody else does.
Dean says I can throw some shade. Triple says that's how the people who live in Ohio say it.
What people?
How you
Never heard anybody say it like that. Don't they read their license plate where it says OHIO? That's four-letter word is three words. O, hi, O. Yeah.
No, 2 words.
It is 3 words.
3 syllables.
It is 3 words. Independently, they can be O, hi, O. Those are words.
Dean says like Iowa. Triple says what?
111 to 113 in Vegas. Yeah, but there's a lot of casinos you can go into there. Mopar Man 1978 says that. He lives in Missouri. What's he talking about Ohio for?
That's how I always used to say it, driveway, but I've been saying it wrong all these years. Lester says I live in Ohio and say Ohio, but I came from New Jersey. Pablo says I got sweaty in the dental chair, but that was from the pain. Always an odd reaction to pain, I thought.
It is.
Chris says Southern Ohio seems to have a bit of a Southern accent to it. Northern Ohio have the same Great Lakes dialect we have here. So what is this exactly mean?
I can see Native Americans saying it like that, Stray Bullet, but not anybody else.
Yes, it's because he has a trans-American accent.
Anybody like Black Beatles?
Double says the locals say it differently, Mexican.
Then tell them they're saying it wrong. I don't really know of an Ohio accent. I can't. There's no accent that I hear that's, oh, they're from Ohio. So I don't know why they would say the name of their state incorrectly. Lots of Beatles. Beatles. Why does this Beetle have headrests? Must be from seats from a newer car or something.
Dean says more real people. Pablo says my trans-American accent is a turbo hydromatic 400. Dean says I like Egyptian scarabs. So what is it? You didn't go to the drag races in Cleveland, driveway?
Cleveland. Cleveland. No, leave the fake white walls off of it. Turbo hydromatic. That's what that means. Oh, good. That's what the transmission in the '60 Cadillac used to be called, turbo hydromatic. Hydromatic. It was a 4-speed. What Chris said.
Why would I intentionally go to Ohio?
Now this one, because it's an older model, the guy wants a lot of money for it, and it's got a pop-up roof. You did say Cleveland, right, though, Mexican? Yes. That's what you put in there, Cleveland.
And says for the walls. Pablo says links to a soup can. What kind of soup?
What kind of soup is it? What brand and what is the soup? Now, this being an older model, obviously has the air cooled, but they put a bunch of weight in this inside with the roof and everything else. So I can imagine how slow this thing is. This would be a transport special, not driving anywhere, just driving it to the transport company and sending it off. Meowing now.
Danny, you don't differentiate the meows?
I did. I can't see him over there.
Yeah.
Is he over there?
But you don't differentiate their meows?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what a lot of people kept saying that way. And Dean says, nice color top. Rafael says, Progresso soup. Beef vegetable. Oh, beef vegetable.
I like half of that Firefly, the beef part.
Triple says, file, bareback.
Hate these fake white walls they put on these things. They don't look right.
Triple says, you need to work on your pronunciation of Ohio Mexican.
I'm going to keep doing it my way, and everybody's going to follow me. That's how things work. Air cooled. Oh, now I'm getting hungry. Tried not to eat anything extra today because I'm going to make my spaghetti after this. But at least it's not taking as long as it did before to cook it. But the next time, I'm only going to get 2 servings out of the package. I'm going to put 155 grams of spaghetti in the water.
Fernando says, hola, home now. Took Dancer and the Lancer to her first car show today.
Oh, nice. How was the car received?
Ralph says, fun fact, a Progresso soup can fit so closely inside a 1.6-liter air-cooled Volkswagen engine that an empty can will take 4 seconds to fall to the bottom of the bore. Pablo says, I was researching Sterling engines at the time.
Bottom of the bore.
Pablo says, my friend's van had that same closet in it.
Oh. Bottom of the bore. It's a flat engine, so there's no bottom. They're horizontal.
Since the Dancer, the Lancer is looking exceptionally excellent. Lester says, it's Mexican Spec's channel and he can say Ohio any way he wants to.
Thank you, Lester. Because it is the correct way. Just because people say something wrong, Stray Bullet, doesn't mean it's correct. Remember, I'm from California. We don't have an accent. We speak correctly. People understand us. Unless you want to talk about the idiots at the beach. They have an accent. Oh, nice. Expressions of admiration were conveyed, Stephen says. Good. Very nice.
So it says the bottom is the low side.
Okay.
I don't think he got it. Send a picture.
No pictures.
G200 says, do Sterling engines have flat tap camshaft? Triple says, they're locals and they know Mexican.
Lester LeSabre is also a local and he knows. Now, Danny Boyd has a way that he says Cincinnati. He changes that up, but I think that's just a joke. Wildfly. I had a VW replacement cylinder to find this weird fact out. It stood vertical. It takes 4 seconds for the empty can to touch the bottom of the table. Oh, so it's exactly the same size as the boar?
The 200 Californians do have an accent.
No, they don't. Not unless you're talking about a valley girl or those idiots at the beach.
Shannon says, "Is that a rabbit?"
It is a Caribe.
But Carfano says, "I'm from Boston. We do talk funny."
Yes.
Fernando says, "Thank you, Dean. Not mint, but she looks nice enough."
Um, TK's garage. TK was originally from Boston, and when he gets worked up about something, that accent comes out. You could hear it clearly.
So he says, "Oh, it is Lester that lives in Ohio."
Yes, and Danny Boyd also lives in Ohio, Cincinnati.
That's some people say Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's how Danny Boyd writes it with an A, something like that.
Rafa says, "One of my Sterling engine setups used the Volkswagen cylinder as the cold side of the engine." Dean says, "There's 31 ways to state it wrong, Mexican Spectre. You've been influenced by Ciudad de Mexico and its states, clearly infiltrated."
They don't understand me when I'm in Ciudad de Mexico, so I'm okay with it.
Ciudad says, "Radical, dude."
Yeah, that's the beach guys. They don't count.
Dean says, "I would expect you to defend the Valley Girls."
No, I do not want to defend Valley Girls. I want to stay away from them.
Rafa says, "The soup can has about
Five
whatever."
5,000s, 5 10,000s clearance or so.
Triple says, "You didn't want to go to the drag races in Cleveland, Lester." ¿Cómo? Never mind.
He could have raised his Fairmont. It would have kicked the crap out of a lot of people. He wants to go out in the heat, he can go out in the heat. Don't ask to come back in. Both of you, don't ask to come back in. All three of you, don't ask to come back in. It's stifling out there. Stifling. Dean says, I'm sure they just smile next to Inspector. Chris, totally tubular. That's so grody. I think grody spelled with a D though. Don't start confusing Mrs. Spec with all of this beach talk here. All of that stuff.
I'm already confused. I don't need to be more confused.
Stray Bullet, I don't know why Dan wouldn't have gone to the drag races in Cleveland. How close is Cleveland to Cincinnati? Take this just in case. Steven Andrews, whatever. I heard enough of that when I was in high school. I don't ever need to hear any of that again. The girls were such followers. Any trend that came out, they would just go at it. So no. And the movie came out like in '83, I think. That was my second year in high school. Firefly. Cats don't feel heat. Not in my book. Still, they want out. They feel heat. If they start panting, that's very bad for a cat. But he says you can sell white VW convertibles to all your Valley friends. Oh man, there were so many of those at school. All of the girls drove they weren't even cabriolets yet. They were just rabbit convertibles. So many of the girls drove that. There were so many of them around school. Three Bullet. There was a Fairmont like Buff's car there. It had a Chevy LS engine in it. So it's a half breed. Dean. Not unless it has a Cuautitlan, Titlan, Cuautitlan Iscali engine. Next. Danny Boydster is bound to lose. Well, I don't know what kind of engine that is. Because if it's from Ciudad de Mexico, it's about as tiny as they get. Nobody wants to spend gas over there. Cleveland, top of Ohio, Cincinnati, bottom of state. Well, then he's really far away. Why would he travel across the state just to go to drag racing? Faith, mine loves watching TV with me. What kind of shows does your cat like? Like Big Cat, National Geographic. Firefly wants ice cream but can't have any yet. Ice cream would probably be good. It'll freeze the area where your tooth came out. Did they stitch up where the tooth came out? Does it have stitches? Mexican 302 V8, 1 hour north of Ciudad de Mexico. Dean says. Lester, I didn't know about the drag race, Stray. Cincinnati is diagonally opposite from Cleveland, about as far apart as you can get and stay in Ohio. I wouldn't expect Dan to be there either. I'm getting punchy here with.
Huh?
I'm feeling weak from not eating.
¿Quieres comer algo?
No, because then I'm not going to be hungry for the spaghetti.
¿Un panecito?
That's what I didn't want to eat. I may have to though. Because of the sugar. I might need it. Yeah. Yes. I might need it. Firefly. Wound is too fresh. Don't want an infection. No stitches. Ooh, they left it open. But that's not good. I've had a few teeth pulled, and in that situation, the whatever he gave me there, because it was a completely different guy, he injected me with the anesthesia. He grabbed the tooth, pulled it out, and we were done. It was like 15 minutes. We were done. Hello, Josh. Thanks for joining us. Stray Bullet. The only people who use Ford engines are the people who buy cars and trucks with Coyote engines already installed, mainly. Thank you.
No problem.
Overbuilt is here.
Overbuilt.
So is Josh Holman.
Hey, Josh Holman.
I think I hear talking. Howdy, folks. We are talking. Mexico is diagonally opposite Denver in some places. Sorry for the noise, guys.
Chris says, Wildfly, so you get to drink as much bourbon as you like to sterilize the wound and all. Bourbon? Believe says, had to overbuild. Surrender says, nice RAM charger. Had to screenshot that nice lakeside view. Dean says, you sure is overbuilt. Lester says, don't get. Oh, sorry, I got a call. Random?
Call?
Yeah. Lester says, don't get dry socket Firefly. Firefly says, I wonder if pre-cooked gluten-free pasta will keep well if you put it in a Ziploc bag quickly.
I don't think so. Because I don't think there's many preservatives in it.
I wonder. Orville says, cool old Datsun. Mom has a 79 B210 red forever.
79, 210. 78 was the last year for the B210.
39, yeah, that's what I said.
All right, 78 is just a 210, not a B210.
Oh. Orville says, no dry socket for me, not a smoker. Orville says 78 B210.
Okay.
Type.
Is it a sedan or is it a hatchback?
Dean says, I just use a tamper-proof plug remover that you use on Rockstar Quadrajets and make sure they don't slip. Braden says, I love the Mustang.
It's weird because I've seen two cars here that have that exact same upholstery insert. So somebody here is selling it, and people are putting it in these cars.
Firefly says, if you pre-cook your pasta at night, you won't have to heat up the house at dinner or lunch. Yeah, I know. Dean says, where is Farrah Fawcett?
He's not around anymore.
Orville says, yeah, hatchback.
Okay.
Firefly needs to pre-cook pasta. Chris says to Dean, in the Transcon Medivac van with burgers.
Not anymore, she's not. Unfortunately. See if that injection of sugar helps.
Dean says she made a great hood mascot.
She was a good spokesperson for the car.
Brayden says Trump just needs to blow up Iran.
We don't need to talk about that here, Braden. A lot of stuff is going on over there.
Did you saw the video that I sent you?
Yeah.
It was funny, wasn't it?
It's funny that this, I saw a quick clip of a female reporter, they think they're all smart, asking the president, saying something like, things aren't working over there, the war is going to go on forever. And he turns around and says, how do you know things aren't working? Do you know something I don't? Are you listening to our conversations on the phone? What are you talking about? Like, he put her in her place. She was making assumptions when she had no idea what's going on.
Dean says that band was awesome. Papa says I thought carry alls were a Dune thing. Orville says it's been 20 years ago. She put it in on a piece of shit.
Mm.
G200 says, remember when Ice Cube made a whole rap song admiring MC Ren's Speed 210?
No, G200. I only knew Ice Cube. I didn't know. I never listened to any of his songs.
Orville says, lol, Trump rocks. I love him trolling the trolls. But did you like the video?
It was quick.
Is that what you liked it?
I still like the 1984 Dune more than the new Dune movies. More bombastic and crazy. Anything older is better because of the way they did the movies. It was more honest. A lot less CGI, a lot less all of that stuff. And they were actors you actually wanted to see. Who wants to see Zendaya in everything?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't waste my money at going to see a Dune movie at a theater. We should go to a movie and have some popcorn and stuff.
Jay Weiss is here and says Liam Neeson will have a cool car movie come out called Mongoose.
Hey, Jay Weiss. Thanks for joining us. Mongoose, like the racer, the drag race car. It was a funny car, wasn't it? Funny car.
Dean says G200 Mexican Sweater was an Ice Cube influencer.
Ice Cube influencer. He was a couple years behind me in high school. He's a little bit younger than I am. Or the same age, because I was a year ahead of my class.
This is more artful creation in the 84 movie.
Mm-hmm. Here's an older Beetle, 73 model, the last year for the turn signals on top of the fenders in Mexico. You can't really tell the difference other than the lights from that to a 2004 model. Same cars. This one has chrome bumpers though, or over, what do they call those? Over something, overriders on the bumpers for protection, Protection.
It was the car in Mongo's movie is a Mustang. Movie is like a new Vanishing Point movie.
Oh, okay.
The voice is high. Chris says Overrider. Well, says Zendaya just can't act. Kinda wouldn't. Ali is the same personality presented in every character.
She's making money though.
Chevrolet says, I don't know why drag racers start their racing so late. It was almost 4 p.m. before they started.
Because the hotter it is, the slower they go.
Our Bell says, Ghost, special operations guy, said cartels are get fixed down south. He couldn't say much, but said operations are A++.
Cartels are getting fixed down south. I don't know what that means.
G200 says, ain't no way in heck Mexican Spec is older than Ice Cube. You sound like you're in your 20s.
I appreciate that, but He was I was a senior while he was a sophomore in high school, same high school. He was bussed in from Compton, and I was local. And if he was never in our high school, he never would have done what he has done, because the culture shock of being at our high school is what set his mind to thinking, why the hell am I living in the place that I'm living in? So that's why a whole bunch of songs, him and Easy E was a couple years ahead of me. So he was a little bit older, but they did get together and started their group and everything. But it was the culture shock of going to a high school in Woodland Hills, California, compared to where he was living in Compton, that really made him want to do the music thing, to sing about how crappy everything was where he was.
I do have to say, Mr. Spec does look younger than his age.
That's because I don't work outside.
If you were in your 20s, I will be your sugar mama.
You still are. You're paying the rent.
So it says U.S. road cars racers start at 8 a.m. sharp.
It's a different kind of racing, though.
Orville says bright red color A++ bug.
It is a nice red on that car. There's a lot of different reds.
700 says always look better with the bumper guards overriders.
Well, you need to protect the bodywork.
It says that's during the hottest part of the day, though.
Yeah, but that's road racers. They're driving all the time. Drag racers just, it's one blip down the track, and they want the coolest air they can to get the most speed, because that's what they're judged on.
4 p.m. is the hottest part of
it. It is not.
But it says don't care for the overriders myself. Prefer the 68 to 72 or so bumpers. Well, it says watching a dog fuel dragster race at 5 a.m. just before sunrise was great. JY says, what do you think about Tesla and all the other electric cars? What is the resale on those older models like? I doubt anyone would buy an electric car that is even a few years old.
They do buy them a few years old because the warranties are still valid from the factory. So if anything happens to the battery, they get it replaced. What about Puff Daddy? What about him, Stray Bullet? You tell me. Keep going, keep going.
Dean says, you were fenced in by Ice Cube and Eazy-E makes my favorite influencer.
Yeah, we weren't in the same social things, but we were both in the school at the same time.
JY says Candy Red. Overbell says Mexico operations and leadership is cooperating due to be told what happened to Maduro can happen. Or I don't think it can.
I don't think that's going to happen here. It was a completely different thing. I'll fly.
We will revolt.
I looked into buying a wrecked Tesla, but then found out they would shut down fast charging once you let it talk to. Yeah, that's how Rich rebuilds. That's how he started his channel. Nobody would let him do it. Barracuda's here.
Says I looked into buying a wrecked.
I already did that.
Barracuda. Hi, Barracuda. Capital Red. Barracuda. Chevrolet says the afternoon is usually hot. Yep.
Yeah, but it starts cooling down. You said they started at 4 p.m.
Chris says the Barracuda saying Sablo and Red is being redundant.
Yeah.
Overbill says I hope you can. Chris is like this. Overbill says I hope you can read between the lines on that. Sorry, I was typing it out a bit cryptically low. Dean says Howard University announced St. Michael, not in California. Kimberly says, but those drag racers usually go on until early in the morning hours.
Yeah, that's when they like to run them.
Buffalo says, if I have money and time to throw around, I might experiment with a wrecked Tesla and snip off all its antennas.
So it can never get an update? How's it going to know what to do?
Dean says, Chris F. has been very good today, Barracuda, except for the references to imported foreign fixes. Tim Tams.
Tim Tams.
In
Are you trying to say something here, Dean? Tim Tams in his Tim Jams. Are you okay, Dean? Is the heat getting to you or the cold getting to you over there?
Trouble says you could put an LS engine in the Tesla Alpha.
That's already been done.
Aribel says, I trust my source fully, so from what I know, it's been happening. And we'll get more in swing, but I digress. Rafa says, no updates, no GPS, no fooling.
You still have to be able to charge it, though. We don't really know what's going to happen overbuild, but right now the president is focused on Iran, so he's not paying a whole lot of attention to what's going on here.
And I can assure you, if the same thing that happened to Maduro happens here, it will be a revolution. It will be a full-on war. So I don't think they want that. And it would be a full-on war here and in your country as well. It wouldn't be just here.
More than it is right now?
Yeah. Chris says to Barracuda, Dean is drunk again. He's referring to me having purchased several packs of Tim Tams this week. Barracuda says Chris probably has gravy with his biscuits.
I don't know what a Tim Tam is. What is a Tim Tam?
I think it's like mints.
Is that from Tim Hortons?
Chris says 8647. Is that your password? Can I have your card number? Fernando says, I love Tim Tam. Rafael says, charging may or may not communicate with the network. I don't know. So what is a stupid Iran? Dean says, neither. I'm neutral except when Chris mentions Arnott's biscuits. Then he hits the nerve. Chris says, Tim Tam is an Australian chocolate cookie.
An Australian chocolate cookie. So then it has to travel really far to get to the US. Are they still fresh by that time?
Dean says, it's a foreign chocolate biscuit.
Okay, you're calling it a biscuit, but is it a cookie?
Chris says, Costco is selling them now for a quite reasonable price.
Oh.
I want a Costco.
Costco's supposed to open up here at some point.
Yeah. Barry says you can get Tim Tams up here. Up there? Question mark. Steven Andrews says cookies or biscuit as it were.
I can't wait for Wendy's to open up here. They're going to start opening up in Culiacan, but I'm not going there for that. And supposedly at the beginning of next year, they're going to start working on it here. I can't wait for that. The hamburgers, the fries, the Frosties. I wonder if they're going to sell the chicken nuggets here. You guys know that Kentucky Fried Chicken does not sell their chicken nuggets in Mexico? No. Those were so good too. You get 20 of them for lunch. The Kentucky Fried Chicken nuggets, oh, they were so good.
Fernando says you can buy them here in the States. Chevrolet says those cookies probably have a longer shelf life than the shelf. Pablo says sounds like biscotti. They call it a biscuit or cookie, depending on where you are from. Dean says we use them as chicks to stop trucks rolling away on Dunedin's hills. Bricks, basically.
Okay, so that tells me it doesn't need to stay fresh if it starts out like that.
Kind of like your cookies.
Yeah. Oh, geez. the chocolate chip cookies that I buy, they're gluten free, they're vegan, they're this, they're that, and
keto.
Yeah, I give one to people, say, feel sorry for me, I have to eat these. This is what I have to eat. This is the only chocolate chip cookie I can eat. Feel sorry for me. To break your teeth. Kentucky Fried Chicken is disgusting now. The nuggets? The chicken has always been the same. The chicken always, and I mean always, gave me a stomach ache. I didn't know anything about gluten at the time, so it might have been that. But the nuggets were really good with the 11 herbs and spices. Those were really good. But they don't sell them here. They don't sell any nuggets at the Kentucky Fried Chickens here, which is kind of odd. Because they would probably do really well. Just like McDonald's has theirs, but Kentucky does not have them here. I wonder if Wendy's will have them here. Do they have nuggets? They have the nuggets at
Here.
Carl's.
Yes.
The little
the
weird,
stars.
the weird shaped things.
The stars.
Yeah.
I have beer.
Mm. Chris says Tim Tams are rather unique. There really isn't a domestic cookie that's close to what they're like. Oh, our notes Tim Tams. Very cool. It says.
It says, ever since the Colonel passed away, KFC has gone downhill.
That was like decades ago.
Dean says, outstanding in a field, Chris. Alpha, be right back.
Bring us something good, Wildfly.
Chris says, very good. Yes, even made in Australia, 6 packs for 15.
Okay.
Andrew says, but I can't get Tatsy cakes
here. Tasty cakes.
Tasty cakes here. Or old Dutch potato chips. No, it's Tatsy.
Oh, he spelled it wrong.
Did you spell it wrong, or is that the brand? California says, chocolate chip cookies are the only thing I buy from Subway. Dean says, yes, very good.
I've had those cookies too, and those are good. Same with the cookies at Carl's Jr. I just can't eat any of that anymore.
Dean says, yes, very good. Would I lie to you?
Would I lie to you?
It says, a bucket of KFC costs around $50 now.
Holy crap.
Says,
that would be a little under 1,000 pesos here.
That's too much.
That's nobody's paying that here.
Nobody got money for that.
No.
Says, it's been a steady decline, Mexican. Chris says KFC is owned by Pepsi. Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Honorable says Mexican Spec. How know any good jokes? Oh.
Not really.
Dean says I will bargain for a lower tariff rate.
Did you guys see what's on the screen here?
Chris says, what the hell is that grill?
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine that coming up behind you on the highway? This is a Chinese van that's being sold here, 1,100,000 pesos. This and it's, I think it's electric.
Everyone's freaking out about the grill.
Yeah, yeah, that is what they put on the thing. I see what's on the screen is normally called a nightmare. Huge. It's bigger than an Acura grill, if you can believe that. Yeah, it's huge. But this is what they sell here. This is the stuff they sell here.
J200 says Lexus copy.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha says Iki Yoki Nasty Ban. Someone says, what happened to the car?
This is what we have to deal with on the roads here.
Ian says, would I say something that wasn't true? I'm asking you, sugar.
Would I lie to you?
Alpha says, I need some band repellent for this.
See, you don't get this stuff on anybody else's live.
Barcola says, I remember when Arnold's first started selling their stuff in New Zealand in the 80s. Finally, we had good business.
That doesn't sound like a good name for a product.
Orville says, Lexus grills are ugly, in my opinion, too.
You ask if the cookies are good. Are not. Are not.
Orville says, Lexus grill are ugly, in my opinion. Says, it comes brand new with smashed in front end.
It's not smashed in. It's just a huge grill. The whole front end is the grill.
Butterfly sprays the van with mace.
It looks nice inside, though. There's individual chairs and everything, but ugh.
China's fireboxes.
Yeah, I have to be fair. I have not heard about any stories in Mexico about cars just spontaneously combusting.
Lester has a point. It looks like a cow catcher from a locomotive.
Yes, it does. Yeah. And that's what they thought was attractive.
Chris says Dean +1 for the
Eurythmics
reference. Dean says I was busy sticking my finger in Shrewsbury's burger. Shrewsbury says, oh my god, the back is even worse. Dean says was not. Believe says roadkill catcher. Chris says, I'm going to have bad dreams about that takeover for days. Need more Volkswagens to put into path.
There's more Volkswagens coming. Sorry about that. But I just had to put this one on there when I saw it.
Orville says, get one Wet China short outlaw. Dean says, Amy Goodness will not atone for my sins, Chris, because.
And it's interesting because the BYD facility itself burned down because their car spontaneously combusted. So it's not just people in their driveways. Oh my God, you got wildfly.
You have pudding. Shut up.
Yes, I have pudding. I'll eat it after the spaghetti. But yeah, we had to go to the stores to look for more pudding. Every time I find a product that I like, it's like he's buying it, we have to get rid of it. There were these little packets of pudding to make the pudding in chocolate or vanilla or a couple other flavors I don't like, and then they're just gone from the store. So Mrs. Speck started looking through the different stores around here, and the other local store here, Soriana, has the same product but in a different box. Now the little envelope was 96 grams, the box is 28 grams, and it makes the exact same volume of pudding. So I don't know why I'm using 96 on one, and I'm just gonna go with the boxes if I can find them. 28 grams.
Bill 5 has a sphere unloading in a van. Dean is singing.
This is the Mustang that Buff wanted, but his insurance payout didn't pay out enough. This is a beautiful car.
This aerodynamics were not a consideration in that thing's design.
Well, I don't know.
Chris says, don't they have Jello pudding down there?
No, they don't.
No.
They have Jello, and there's this other company, Degari, something like that, and they have chocolate Jello, which I'm not going to try. They have Jello in so many different gelatin in so many different flavors, but it's the pudding that I look for, and it's hard to find because I found 2 boxes of chocolate at this store, and there's a place at Walmart over here for it, but they're all sold out.
I just remembered. Side
you didn't read what Stephen Andrews said. JELLO. That's from the commercial.
I don't know the commercial. I just as a side note, I just remembered somebody asked me. I don't remember who. What are if I spoke Aztec or Mayan, and I told them that no because it's not the language of this area.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't remember the name of the language of this area, but I just remembered the language in this area is called Yoreme, and I only know like a handful of words. I'm gonna put it on the word and the Yoreme.
Chris says to Stephen Andrews, basic human decency wasn't a design consideration either. But he says, can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meat. I'm gonna have spaghetti. Overbuilt. Yeah, that's off. Same amount with 8 different. But Costco sells a gluten-free pita bread and hummus to that. Add hummus to that, and you have a nice snack.
Oh, I want some. Starbucks is black chocolate Jello weird to me.
I'm not gonna try it because it's no, thanks.
Starbucks is above his flush with money since he's been working again. Maybe he'll buy it now.
The other pudding flavor that they had, it was bright blue pudding, and it was what's Mora, like blackberry, blueberry, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. No thanks. Stray Bullet, Buff is flush with money. No, he needs his money for fixing his cars.
Arbel says Yeller thin grill Dodge nice A+.
Believe says like Yoo-hoo. I drank Yoo-hoo when I was in the U.S. I'm not sure what it really was, but
Dean says yes, I used it at Polytech Otago Community College.
I guess that's we.
We had to drop an egg from the second story and engineer a cushion structure from juice straws. I put Jello in the straws.
How many eggs did you go through before you got it right?
Orville says an ant had it in a while, so do not know. Do you have to do that with the egg? The egg dropper thingy?
I never took any classes like that. No? I told you I didn't do any homework or anything in high school. None.
Trouble says he could sell the Fairmont and get the Mustang.
I don't think he wants to sell the Fairmont. They have too much work in that one.
Baba says blueberry pudding sounds hideous, revolting, nasty, disgusting.
I'm not buying it. It's not a natural color for a food. That weird blue. So I've got chocolate and I've got vanilla. There's no butterscotch here, which I guess would be caramelo, caramel,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Or cajeta.
Hmm?
Or cajeta.
Yeah.
Because it says your whole blue here.
Caramello is a candy, right? People, that's what people call
No,
a general word for candy.
it's both.
Barry says Yoo-hoo is glue. What do
I
you mean?
already read that message.
What do you mean Yoo-hoo is glue? Yoo-hoo is a chocolate drink.
Pablo says blue is a warning color most of the time. Joel says, but a Mustang is so much better Mexican.
I don't know if he actually wants a manual transmission at this point, Stray Bullet, because all of our knees are getting weaker as we go. Maybe the automatic's better for him. It'd be a better race car though than the Fairmont, because it does have the Mexican V8 in it. Yes, it does, Stray Bullet, the Mexican small block.
Pablo says, very good as referring to a glue stick product.
Before you guys say anything, yes, this is how this Coronet came from the factory, not black painted, but yes, that grill is factory installed in that Coronet. Just had to get that out there.
Orville says, I quit prison. I'm in school in 6th grade. Homeschool for legal residents.
Reasons.
Did 1.5 year in high school, quit again.
That never occurred to me. I always told myself my life will start when I graduate high school, which is I did at 17 years old, and then I went to work and started buying more cars. This is what I've always done.
Chris says, I like that Coronet grill.
It looks good on the Coronet, doesn't it? The Charger grill. It really does. Still not not easy to get it working though, because when those motors freeze up, they freeze up. But you can tell in one of these cars if it's from the factory, because in the interior shot, which was before this last one, the switch right at the end of the gauges on the last switch there is to enable the headlight covers or to disable them so you can wash them and stuff. So that if it has that switch from the factory, you know the front end was put on at the factory. If somebody does a switch from another car, they're not going to put that switch on the dash. Dean singing again.
Hey Dean, what are you singing?
I don't know. Stray Bullet 12.99 was Overbuilt's prison number. And Stray Bullets was 33.93.
Hey Dean, you haven't told me if you listened to the band that I sent you.
Dean was 65.27. So you're saying Overbuilt was in prison long before you guys, and Dean was long after? This is just an FYI. If you hear a few sonic booms, it's just me trying to find up the Dinglish translator. Here's another Brasilia in another springtime color, I guess you could call it, and these wheels. Not bad wheels. Dean says the brick misses Mexican spec. Brick. Dean, I've recorded it for later use. Destructo, Firefly says. Overbuilt did the hard time. It's all hard time, Stray Bullet. Chris, I like the wheels. I posted a 2001 Beetle with those wheels. It looks pretty. They look good on a Volkswagen. And G200 retracted his message. Overbuilt. I bought two ZF 8 horsepower 2012 Chrysler 300 8-speed transmissions yesterday to play with. ZF 8 HP. Do you have something to put them in? Looks like the Corvair front end.
G200 says looks like a Corvair front end. Oh, sorry.
Corvair front end.
If you don't say the name, I don't know who you're talking to. So well, it says, whoa, that's a unique Volkswagen.
It's not really unique. It's a Brazilian design that they allowed Mexico to make the 3-door here. They have a 5-door in Brazil that we never got here.
It says high school is a survival test. That's what I'm telling my kids.
I stayed in auto shop. I had 2 classes in the morning, and in the afternoon before lunch, I had 2 classes of auto shop, and then I left to go to work.
It says front end is very similar to the Volkswagen 412 front end.
I think if you put them next to each other, you're going to see the 412 is a much bigger car.
It says turn it into a rite of passage.
High school can be the place where you make lifetime friendships, or you just get the hell out. One or the other.
Orville says I got swapped one of the 280CX and the Supra adapters. Down controllers cost too much.
It's all computer controlled though. Why would you want computer controlled in a 280ZX? And why does a 280ZX have an automatic?
Well, it says it's very sporty looking for a Volkswagen.
I have never thought of a Brasilia as sporty looking. It looks like a box to me.
It says I had a great time in high school. College was much harder.
Were you popular in school, Chris?
Orville says you can put them in anything just about SBC Bob adapters.
So you have a Chevy engine in the 280ZX? This one is pretty clean. Look at that under the hood picture. Looks brand new. Brand new. Watch out for the crumbs. I did not lick it clean.
I'll give you something.
Will the Trail is here.
Hey, Will the Trail.
Hello, Will. How you doing today? Chris says not popular at all. That's what made it fun. Firefly, I despise school. It was like being stuck behind a slow driver on a 1-lane highway. Bullet, aren't Chrysler transmissions terrible though? Salud.
Thank
you. You see what the dog's doing out there? He's choking or something. Dean Stevenson. Tapona Zatli. Dubbed by something. I'm good. How about you? We're doing okay. It just rained a lot here, and it's hot, so the humidity is really high. But we're in the room. I don't know why the stupid 3 animals wanted to go out, but that's their deal.
It's on high. Thank you, Chris. Stray Bullet. Thank you, Will.
Stray Bullet says, I don't know. I've never owned a Chrysler product. Stephen Andrews, if they made a fastback version like the Type 3, it would be better. We're way past that, Steve
Andrews. I would like it better.
I would like it better, yeah. But that was the car they drove around Brazil, so that was the Brazil's car.
But Mrs. Chrysler transmission just needed a little help. Because I hated my high school and most people there. Orville says the way DCX is EFI stock and mom's car. She does not drive stick sadly and does 84 Supra. I can tolerate the CF box. It shifts like a dirt bike or dual clutch manual.
Okay.
Backlash is that humidity equals crushing weight of the atmosphere. Yep. Will says that's when you need a 50-year-old air conditioner.
I don't know if we would find one here because I don't think 50 years ago most people were using air conditioning here. Mexico is at the very least 20 years behind the United States. So 50 years ago would actually be 70 years ago in Mexico. So that would be the 1950s. Most people were not using air conditioning in the 1950s here.
Honda says cat's core body temperature is 3 degrees lower than human. That's why they like the heat.
Well,
Oh.
they've got plenty of it outside that door. If you open the door and the heat wave comes in, so they can deal with it. One cat has light hair, although a lot of it comes off, and the other one has really thick hair, and a lot of it. He doesn't shed very much though. Who says A bodies forever? Notice the rear end of this car, where this would be a GT front, a rear end. Instead, where it says GT on the US cars, it says Dart there. So they made their own emblem for Mexico. Interesting.
But it says all the rich kids drove IROC Z's in my high school. Everyone was an asshole.
IROC Z's hadn't come out yet since I graduated in '84. IROC Z's hadn't come out, so there were other cars in our parking lot. I mean, the school was really rich, so I saw Porsches, I saw Ferraris, I saw all kinds of stuff in the student parking lot that their daddies let them drive.
Fernando says, so is Europe AC white apparently. Pablo says, I think I should take some muscle relaxers. The fight with the dentist must have strained my neck. Yeah.
But if he gave you something else, don't mix the two medications.
Did he told you could take anything? Pablo says that front bumper looks strange.
Because it has the overrider on it to protect the headlights.
Orville says 2012 Dodge Chrysler rear-wheel drive used German BMW CF8 feeds 215 plus Rams trucks to a bit of a tune, and they were sweet shifting. They flashed the Hellcat tune on them, all to get ultra fast shifting. Lesser says that's some battery ram on the front of the Dart.
It's to protect the car from being hit from other people, so you don't bust out the headlights and stuff. And it works because the headlights are there.
Places the wife has a theme park of drugs at her disposal.
Yes, but you should need to be careful what you mix.
Yeah. Because Iroh said.
No. Z.
G200 says this Dodge Star bumper front and rear is really nice.
The rear, look, the taillights aren't even busted out. The rear one worked too.
Dean says, Nahuatl language. I must stick to English. Yeah, but the music is good. Will says, good old Tower of Power.
Yep, slant 6, 225.
Triple says, it looks like it blocks the headlights.
It doesn't. Headlights are fine.
Fernando says, I have never seen overriders like that on a Dart before.
They were very common in the 60s and early 70s in Mexico. A lot of cars had them, and I don't think they were made specifically for the car. I'm sure, I don't think they came from the car companies. They were put on afterwards or as an option at the dealership.
Pablo says, hey, my lips are no longer numb. Where did that happen? Damn.
Be careful when your lips are numb too. You can bite on the inside and not know it.
Yeah. G200 says Power of Tower as well.
Mm-hmm.
Dean says Warden from the famous American Gothic picture. The Campos is here, and they say, how do you say dart in Spanish?
Hello, Buff. How do you say dart?
Dart?
Everybody in Mexico says dart for the car, but like a throwing dart. Dardo. That's what Jamie put in his the for his video, the last one that he worked on Wednesday. But that's not what you call the car. The car is a dart. Everybody knows dart. You have to roll the R though. You have to roll the R.
So what is it? Dart. It says Spanish. Pablo says darts about endless. Regular says set 28.
No, none of that here.
Orville says I like the rear bumper for some reason. And Chris says Barracuda, stop with that Commonwealth grammar stuff. This isn't the Kiwis live stream. You're outnumbered
here. Mm-hmm. Even Dean will be with us on this Z thing. We don't do Z.
Steven Andrews says Dardo? Yes, Dardo. Dean says I like his deal voice. love. I like listening to Dita Bandach's husband rap songs too.
Mm.
Says deep. I like his deep voice. His deep voice makes it seguro es artero. Entonces both my grammars are deceived. Well, the truth is, I plan on converting my Mustang to propane. I decided against compressed natural gas. I heard the fog bodies are easy to convert.
They are, but where are you going to put the tank? If it's in the trunk, it doesn't. You can't put a particularly big one in there.
Vince's nine. Said it. Oh,
What?
open the door for.
And I don't think you want to put it on the roof. I've seen that. There's no dog here. Sorry, guys, if that bothered you. Oscar, man, in the kitchen. I already fed you, so get your butt in here. Oscar, man. I already fed you. You're not getting any more. Ven acá. Ven.
You're reaching red level.
Come on. Métete. Métete. Ven.
No. Déjalo.
Now you can call him a hot dog.
It was his vanilla ice. Ice baby. Orville says, I thought about playing with propane. It was 184 gallons versus at the time gas was 360.
The liquid propane is much, much cheaper here, so people convert everything here. Doesn't matter what was under the hood before.
Z is free. No Zealand. Don't call it free. No free Zealand.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
No.
Y'all know. The drill says it'll be external in place of the gas tank.
But it's round, so it doesn't fit in the same place as the gas tank.
I like old car design. Orville says, lol, put your propane on the trailer and your fuel tank. That rig up on a Corvette.
They'll just put that on the back of the Corvette, the tank.
What's in the thing? What's is the thing on the 1974?
It was probably a broken grill that they made a piece of metal to go across and secure it. That's the only thing I can figure.
The US says, are four-door cars popular in Mexico? In the US, they are not. All 60s and 70s cars look better two-door couples.
Not all of them, they don't know. But yeah, there's 4 doors, there's 2 doors. Australia is where you sell the 4 doors. They love them over there.
Dean says, Barracuda are IP. Alan P. Alcoholic Village. Trevor says, you need a pretty big tank to get any range out. Papa says, wife wants to get me some THC gummies for my upcoming birthday. I don't even so perhaps I should take Stoner Gum's advice and become a space cadet. He's an astronaut, you know. Joey says 4-door cars are cop cars, not family cars. Papa
They
says,
can be, yeah.
Papa says if you can make it to Target after chewing the spicy candies, you're an astronaut.
How about a gremlin in dark green? Not bad. From Hidalgo. No, Guerrero. It has to be Guerrero. I'll let them deal with it themselves. He says port liquid propane injection is easy to fit. Just injectors and a Toro-dial tank. A software mod. Then run the auxiliary TBI fuel supply for off-road situations or when you run out of gas. Do you have an ad or something? Jay says that car has bigger door on the right side. Silly features. No, not a Gremlin. The Pacer did. Not a Pacer. It looks cool in green. Yeah, it looks pretty. Most cars look good in dark green. Weird. Firefly. That there is an astronaut's car. Chris says no, that was the Pacer. Dean, an angry astronaut. Stephen Andrews, most two doors look better. Exceptions would be 60 to 62 Lancers and Valiants. I think four doors look better than two doors. In those cars, the four door looks the same as a two door, just without the two door just doesn't have the handle to open it. It's the same looking body. A lot of cars were like that, and the station wagons too. Firefly, heh. Anyways, green car has one door bigger than the other, right? I think passenger side is bigger. No, that the green car was a Gremlin. They have the same size doors. The Pacer was the one with a longer right door, so people could get in and out of it. That's how it was designed. Port liquid propane injection EFI are on Aliva Chine site. Fairly cheap. I looked it up like 7 years ago. Overbuilt says. Okay, Pacer. Okay, looks the same. I don't think you can say a Pacer looks the same as a Gremlin, but okay. Now this is a sleeper because it has the same drivetrain as a Citation X11 without all the extra stuff on it. It's got the 2.8 high output 2.8 with a 4-speed manual, which most of the Citations had 4-speed manual, no matter how many doors or anything it has. Angry astronaut, cosmonaut. Barry Kuda says some cars look good in the four-door version, like the '63 full-size Pontiac. Chris says Gremlin was a Hornet with the trunk cut off. Pacer was a totally different design, very different look. Very rounded, yes. Gremlin has a lot of square design cues. Dean, a stock 275/70/16 RV tire occupies the space of a 17-gallon liquid propane tank. It can sit. Leave the gasoline tank as an auxiliary. 17 gallons of propane isn't going to get you very far. Jay says, where is Talbot from Australia? He used to be on these lives and on Tony's show.
Wasn't he here last week?
He's been around. He's been on. He's fine, I think. Dean says he's busy eating Arnott's biscuits, Jay. Chris says to Jay, he's at the store buying Tim Tams. Firefly, one fatal trip a cosmonaut took recorded him cursing like the madman during re-entry. This stupid machine, these people. CD Burlock. Barracuda, it's called Station Wagon. Jay, small car wasn't American design. Some were. Overbuilt. Like 1959 and four door. Like my first car, 59 Fairlane, four door. Missed that car.
What kind of astronauts are you guys talking about?
Firefly, space station wagon, ready for the trip to Target. Oh, they're trying to confuse both of us. Chris, great ideas. Synchronicity from the same drugs. Brah.
Well, there is a Gremlin at the drag races in Ohio. It says, I like that one. Older dude with lost smoker.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one.
Yep.
Chris says, Dean, great minds think alike. Car Francis, suicide four-door Lincoln convertible.
Yeah, that is a four door.
Joshua says, big propane bomb in the back.
Mm-hmm. Just don't get rear-ended. It's fine.
Ebola says, I don't know what engine is in it, but it's pretty fast. Made it to round 2. 200 says, the problem with US cars is that they make a good car for the last year of its lifespan, then they totally abandon it when it's just getting perfected.
There's usually reasons for that, though.
It says, only with the unification of using the same gateway trucks. Well, the 55 wagon.
Very colorful.
Bill says, I still have the engine from 59 to 92 V8. It's mint.
Very nice.
George says, pretty wagon. JY says, Corvette being fiberglass was a shock to me a few years ago. I never knew it doesn't get mentioned that much.
Really?
Pablo says, no, I want a banana split.
You can't have it, Biofly.
Why?
Because of his tooth.
I'm gonna make banana bread.
I hope you do this time.
Bobby Campos says, so good, Mercury wagon.
Nice too, really nice.
Chris says, so you eat Tim Tams as well? And it says, Vladimir Koro. Polycarp says, that wagon would look good in my driveway.
Yes, it would. All the neighbors would be talking about you, buddy.
Papa says, that's it, 700. Because Gustavo has been on Kiwi's lives lately and buffs. Orville says, that's a nice Mercury. I bet it ain't cheap.
No, it's not. But it's about the same price as they've been selling at some of the auction sites. But this would be the kind of car you really have to check out. It's got the original engine in it, all that stuff. Everything's original on it, except for the master cylinder, apparently. Which is probably good. Yes, I'm sure it is, because they would never have sold anything like this in Mexico. Don't get a propane leak inside a car or outside either, Lester says. Yeah, that's always been the thing for me. People put a huge tank in the back of their vehicles, and then what happens if there's a leak in there and you don't even know about it? No, Stray Bullet, it doesn't have a flathead. It's a 55 model. It has the original engine that came in it, a 292 or a 312 or whatever that is. Yep.
It says green Ford EFI injectors can double as propane injectors. Ease by delivering propane as a gas or as a liquid. Any carburetor V8 can have 8 injectors added with a stock motor, FERD or GMTBI throttle.
Body.
Student says Y block V8.
Mm-hmm.
It says, what year is it?
1955.
Papa says propane works great as a refrigerant, but the cigarette light turns into an ignition device. If there is a leak in the evaporator, or Hotshot was sold as an R12 replacement for a time. Papa says it was propane.
Mm-hmm.
Miranda says 292 or 312. Yes.
It's one or the other. I'm not sure which.
Horrible says you can smell it. Propane here has things added to it, or put a cheap gas leak detector in the car.
Yeah, but that doesn't help when you're driving, or if you have the windows up. If it starts leaking, what are you gonna do?
It says LPG is a safe safe can be. Outage bulb is the only real risk of a cold. Horrible says would do it to a truck for sure.
A lot of them have it around here, and I mean a lot.
Dean says, but they decided to make it safe. JY says, hey Max, what are you doing to grow the channel? Any new ideas? This should be as big as Tony's show. Maybe it's time you're on. Maybe try going after Tony's show and get some people.
Everybody on Tony's lives knows me, but I don't know. It's their choice. I have to start doing longer videos though. I'm just trying to figure out in my head what I want to do, how I want to do it, and write the script and everything for it.
Yeah, wait, says, how many views does Tony and Kiwi get? You should be the same as them.
Well, I don't have the same subscribers as them. That's the problem. Tony is almost at 500,000 subscribers, and Kiwi is, I don't know where he's at. 80,000, I think. 50,000, something like that.
It says propane sinks, so it's a flame front risk, but that doesn't happen when it's operational. Yearly SOAP leak test is all that is required.
That spells soap.
Yearly soap leak test is all it's required. Triple says maybe Mexican could start talking about Chrysler products all the time.
I don't think that would help, Stray Bullet. The biggest video I got, I put it on Instagram, was an '82 Ford Mustang notchback that got I don't know where it was posted, but it got thousands of views and a lot of comments and all kinds of stuff and some potential customers. But I don't know why that one went and the others don't. So I don't know.
Because it really set me off when they were talking about using a compressed nitrogen as an eco-friendly alternative to oil. Well, such a stupid idea.
Compressed. Huh.
Chris says, I think he weighs about 40K. Jamie is nearly 100K.
Is Jamie up that high? Because he Jamie and Cold War Motors got to 70,000 at the same time, and Cold War Motors is like 72, 73 right now. So Jamie's almost at 100.
Regular says, there were a few valiant hardtops, guard bodies in Australia with that extended roof, C-pillar, called the Mexicana.
And you said the X. And some YJ Jeeps.
Chris says, Bafly, doesn't Mercedes use to compress CO2 for AC? Triple says, and get a few dogs.
Nobody wants to see my dogs.
Says, Barry, have you seen Running on Empty classic movies? Bafly says, there is talk of it driveway. I don't know if they followed through. Jamie. Jamie A sold his rights to Tannerite. I could be your understudy. The Time Traveler's Apprentice.
Fast lane fever here, Jay White says.
He says 96,000 at the moment for that.
Wow, he's growing like crazy. Why isn't Cold War Motors the more entertaining show? Propane works great in old AC systems. Overbuilt says.
So let's maybe start talking about some conspiracy theories.
I don't think I want those kind of viewers.
City Burles's Bafla this guy at Walmart AC Tech said they are using CO2 at 1,200 psi.
That's crazy to be in a car where it get crashed.
Our bill says add 15 to 20% isobutan for best. Bafla says if you are 1234YF refrigerant is flammable. Chlorinated version of propane.
Jesus.
Why does it make maybe pick a car and talk good and bad points?
The what I'm gonna do is like the next video I'm gonna do is about the Volkswagen Caribe, a little bit of the history, and then show like different cars from the different years that are for sale if anybody wants one. Starting with the 78, which was the first year they sold the Caribe here. So I think I'm just trying to work out in my head what I want to do as far as the script goes.
Douglas says there's no such a thing as a Walmart AC tech. Orville says Blacklight, the crap can be ultra explosive.
Yeah, and cars get crashed.
Ian says decrease PFOS, not a nice thing. Orgula says, yes, I've seen Running on Empty many times. The first time was at a theater in 1992. Ricardo says, though someone would have bought the Black Mustang convertible from me.
I didn't have any action on it at all.
Papa says 1,200 psi. Superlock says, why is the new refrigerant so expensive? Ian says, unless you're fighting airplane fire. Trevor says, that's a lot like the Gremlin at the Ohio Driver.
Hmm.
Papa says, Monopoly, Silverlock. I blame
Mhm.
Silverlock says, nitrogen is for leak testing. Jay says, Barry, I have seen summer ads. Crazy times there. I went in 2024. Very cool. Ian says, because all new generation cars are expensive. Left.
Gracias.
Chris says, Wildfly, so is DFI being around 3,000 psi because something was wrong with MPFI at 40 psi. Chocolate says, same color, just more faded.
The popular color on the car.
Dean says, safety and environmental matters. Fisherman says, uncombustible. There was any checker caps pop up for sale?
They weren't any here. They never had them here.
No,
Never seen one.
We have bugs. Gabriel says, do you have a guidebook for California buyers?
No, because I don't sell anything into California.
Miranda says, I have 6 subscribers now. Thanks y'all out there.
Keep building it up. Do shorts.
Says they're trying to use gas in a diesel motor. So someone says they should just go back to R123.
134A.
Chris says,
thank you, Chris.
Miranda says, I forgot to remember. But there's nothing wrong with R123.
134A.
Miranda says, bless
you. Gracias, Steven.
Buffalo says, still works, no hole in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Ian says 6.5 cylinders. Purple says new R 1234 YF version that's somewhere around 600 F. It breaks down into acetylene, gas, and hydrogen. I watched a video guy blew up literally off a building roof. They planted my ass. Bertula says long way to go for a car show. Joey says, did you watch the World Cup?
No.
Double says DuPont is the reason that we keep getting less. Buffalo says that's crazy overbuilt, but the chemistry doesn't add up. What happens to the brain? Dean says I didn't want to trigger very good. Jay West is very I got to Sydney every 3 years. It was on Dean says so I didn't watch it. Chris says R134A is something like 1,300 times more damaging to the environment
than the newer stuff. That's why they switched. Wildfly. Acetylene gas has a triple covalent bond and is carbon based. Theme. I could accidentally make the most refined South Islander blow up by accident. Wildfly. So where does the carbon come from? Steak and kidney, Barracuda. I'll take half of that. Stephen Andrews, I have no content yet, which makes 6 subs gratifying. As far as the World Cup thing, I went to my bank, Banorte, to get a new debit card. It has the World Cup thing on it. There's, I think, 7 states in the country that are putting out license plates with the World Cup on it. We are not going to be able to get away from this World Cup crap for a long time to come. It's going to be everywhere on everything. Jay Weiss, Barry, I know New Zealand also has a cool car culture. Like to see it one day. I have seen YouTube content on Americana there. Firefly can't hear you.
Why?
The microphone's on. She got tired and laid down on the bed, so she's a little bit farther away.
I didn't get tired. I've been sitting for 5 days straight. I don't want to sit.
You were in bed all night, so.
Yeah, but I don't want to sit anymore.
Okay, we're back to the Caribe again. So I think we should cut it off because I need to go make my food.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. McDonald's has World Cups. I'm sure they do. Good night, everybody. Hope to see you tomorrow at 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to show the exact same cars, but they're going to look different because it's a Sunday. So we appreciate everybody being here.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to our members. And go check out if you can be a member for free for.
Yeah, Stray Bullet. Check out the member thing and see if you can get a free trial so you can check out the videos that we made. We haven't made any others, but we're working on it.
Thank you to our moderator for being here.
Buff says he's going live soon. At what time, Buff? What time are you going to go live? It's going to take me a while to make my food. Good night, everybody.